Ever wondered what hobbits, Victorian ghosts, and vampires have in common? The fact that you can cosplay all of them in one go at a fantasy photoshoot retreat. Hello fellow Fantascapists, and welcome to Escapist Experiences, where we escape reality to fill the empty void inside that screams for meaning in a world that feels like it's slipping through our fingers, a world that feels grey and monotone, where we chase fleeting fantasies to drown out the quiet ache of the void we can't seem to fill. Today we're going on a mini fantasy photoshoot retreat by Liza Roberts, a photographer that makes our nerdy lives much more colorful. Canada, Quebec City, this house, this car, these people, we're about to have so much fun. The cost of the retreat was $950 US for the photoshoots and the stay at the cottage. Everything else is up to you to cover, however, we did share expenses on food and the car. I was traveling from Toronto, so I flew over to Quebec City, and because traveling within Canada is stupendously expensive, the cheaper way for me was to come a day early and stay at a lodge overnight. Don't know how that makes sense, but it did. Flights and a hotel stay cost me around $400 Canadian. The next day I met up with Em, since we were both the early birds of the retreat. To spend our time wisely, we went to the local IKEA to wander around aimlessly until the rest of the group arrived.
We have to show that we went to IKEA.
Liza, our photographer, arrived next in our rental car, which had to be a last-minute Tesla. We stopped at some fancy restaurant with a full-on fish tank to have some dinner, and our final retreater, Kathleen, has arrived as well. We made our way to the rental cottage, listening to only the best music you can listen to when you're a bunch of fantasy nerds who understand each other. We arrive at our rental cottage and it looks whimsy and rustic, everything you want in a fantasy cottage, but then something just doesn't feel quite right.
I think this is it.
We were at the wrong house. What is this place? Just imagine what the person who actually lives in that house was thinking as we were struggling to open the lock.
Y'all, we made it. Thanks to the Lord.
Yay! Our cottage was actually the one next to that one, and it was 1,000 times more whimsy and rustic and perfect for our retreat.
I love it!
So we get inside and it's just so good.
That is so pretty.
Halson? We had a nice big kitchen with 2 refrigerators, 1 bathroom, and on the higher floors we had the bedrooms. The house actually had 4 beds, 3 on the 2nd floor and 1 on the 3rd. We luxuriously all got to sleep in our own beds.
Oh my god!
Halson, what happened to you? We didn't do much else the first day of the retreat just because it was late when we arrived, so we pretty much went to bed straight away to prepare for the day ahead.
This is my friend. He's gonna be sleeping across from me.
Yes. Good memory.
The next day was the most packed day. We planned 2 photo shoots, all from the comfort of our cottage. But before we got to work, we took some time to relax in the cottage hot tub.
Sorry, I'm making you feel awkward.
And do some grocery shopping.
Grocery store.
By the way, we were forced to get a rental Tesla and couldn't figure out how to charge it. It was actually very easy if you use your resources properly, but when I attempted to connect the Tesla to the house's power, I slipped on the wet wooden floorboards outside and I got battle scars. to only find out that it barely charged the car actually, and it was really for nothing that I injured myself.
We got 4% while we were charging, so it's at 14%.
Oh my god.
Back to our photo shoots. I, being a content creator, of course wanted to film some videos after making sure everyone was okay with being filmed, and as long as it didn't bother Liza's work. I had my friends here help me out with some transition videos out of cosplay first. Normal activities. Okay, so I'm gonna come from there. And I'm gonna go inside, and you're gonna be like, where did she go? And then I'll come back and grab you guys. Okay. Totally casual.
No, yeah.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Where did she go?
And I love working with people and making videos with people. It's actually like the best thing in the world for me, but I digress. First photo shoot of the retreat. Hobbitsies. First things first, we get ready. Makeup, hair, and set the scene, which was mostly done by Eliza to give us the time to make ourselves look like hobbitses. I cannot get over how cute all of us looked as hobbitses, and I sincerely believe that this is the way to live.
You look so different. It's so funny.
It's so cool. I was trying to get my partner's opinion on it when I was like trying stuff on, and
No,
she
it's
just kind
so
of gave me a
cute.
bewildered look, and I was like, "What's wrong with it?" She's like, "I just am not used to seeing you look like that." I was like, "That's fair."
Once I was done with the makeup, I moved on to my hair, and obviously as a hobbit, I wanted to have super curly hair, which took a while to do, but so worth it.
This is almost a duck.
I got a little blue circlet of flowers to elevate the hobbit look even further. Of course, we also can't forget the ears.
This is the funniest thing. It's just like a hobbit sitting on the phone. Liza cooking our Middle Earth feast.
Time to pull this whole cosplay together by putting on our costume. And my patrons actually saw me pick out the costumes at home. If you wanna see that, you can check out my Patreon and get behind the scenes on all of these retreats and photo shoots and cosplays and more.
Your hair looks fantastic.
Thank you! Awesome. Okay, let's go change. With almost any fantasy costume, to look cool and like you have some sort of an interesting backstory, you want layers. We start off with a white underdress as our base. I got that one from Holy Clothing. I'm wearing a skirt underneath it to just give it a little extra volume, and then this blue overdress from Holy Clothing that is hands down my favorite piece of fantasy clothing I own. On top of all that, we're going to put on this blue skirt from my Beauty and the Beast cosplay from Cosplay Sky. And this one is for extra texture and character. Trust the process. Now we're adding a flowery blue corset that I got from Amazon. And for even more layers, we're going to use this little white apron that I got from Amazon as well. Done with the outfit. What do you think? Is it Hobbit worthy? Do I channel Rosie Cotton? I hope so. And now it's time to do what we came here for. Shoot photos. We started outside, so my hair ended up losing the curl a little since it was raining, but it's cool. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
We're going outside.
I didn't film any videos outside because I just didn't want my phone up there. It was raining, plus it was the first time taking photos together, so I just wanted to be respectful and see what the vibe was like. But here are a few of the photos that we got from outside. Then we went back inside and took some photos with sort of like the Green Dragon Inn vibe. Liza is amazing at directing you at what to do exactly, so you don't have to awkwardly sit there and think of how to position your body and face. She just kind of directs you at how to do those things without you having to think about it.
Look at the top of the stairs. Like the very top stair. Is that what you're looking? Okay, look up higher than that. I like. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's switch.
Liza normally will shoot each person separately and then do group shots, which are always super fun. It just always creates a picture and a story, and that's what I like about doing fantasy photo shoots, is that you create stories, and that's amazing. Before we proceeded with the next photo shoots, the girls were nice enough to film some videos with me once again, and this one did super well on Instagram.
Well, let's go frolic.
Next photoshoot was called Candlelight, and we agreed on a white nightgown vibe with candles. All I did for that was took off the whole Hobbit cosplay and left the underdress from Holy Clothing. I brushed out my hair and fixed up my makeup just a little bit.
Yes. Yes. Hello. 7 days.
All right, Val, your turn.
Coming.
Your left hand. Oh, yes. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Here we go. I love the, yeah, look in the other room, this front room, yeah. Look at the candle, kind of like daydreamy, yeah. Beautiful. Look at me. You get scared as hell. Some space.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
I'm going to hit the lights, please.
Wow.
Fine.
Oh. Has your photographer ever gotten under a table and sat in a crumpled goblin position to take a sick shot of you? Because ours did.
Look off to your either way, like, and then hold it like at the same level of as your face, like right in front of your face, but then out, toward me. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect.
This was a very productive, but a very long day. So we all took our showers and retired to our beds until the next day. Good morning! It's time for vampires. For makeup, I chose a darker eye and lip look compared to what we did yesterday. For costume, I have these heavy-ass earrings that look very Phantom of the Opera-like. I then put on these short slush lacy tights that I made myself from my old lingerie actually. I have this maroon double slitted dress that I got from Amazon that I was very excited to wear for this shoot. To give ourselves layers, we have a black corset also from Amazon that I chose to wear backwards for the vibes. My vampire girly 100% needed to have a few more accessories and a cape, of course. And just wait until you see the photos with it floating in the air. Just stunning.
Sneaky little Hobbitses.
I made my life simple by buying a wig. Guess from where? Amazon, of course.
Shall not pass!
Vampire is thirsty.
And once our cosplays were on, it was time to head out. And of course, we can't forget the teeths.
Sexy vampire. Hello Kitty shoes. I have a lisp because I have teeth. Okay, let's go.
On our way to our first stop, an appropriate place for a vampire to lurk, a cemetery. Also, check out my nailsies.
Time constraints. You're gonna be my example. So you're gonna be like this, with your right leg crossed over your left, or your left leg crossed over your right, sorry. And you're all just gonna be like, what? Like, so yeah, cross your, yep, perfect. So Val, cross your left leg over your right leg. Perfect. Let me see those teeth. it's okay.
Before we continued with our photo shoot, we went to get ourselves some dinner at the La Chope Goblin.
Sun's bothering you a little bit?
Oh, yeah, just a little.
Which is basically a medieval style tavern, which was just a perfect place for us to be in our costumes. The staff was amazing, the food was amazing, we left happy, full and satisfied.
Oh, fucking influencers.
And then we went to Rome, Old Quebec City to scare some locals and tourists.
So, yeah, where do y'all want to go? I mean, we have probably 30,
I remember
45 minutes.
ice cream place there. I don't know
Let's
if
go
it's
this way,
still
yeah.
there, but I know you wanted ice cream.
Quebec City is a lot of walking up and down, and most of the time I chose to stay in heels, so I was dying. But it was so worth it.
Show me your teeth.
It looks so cool.
Walking in heels.
Then we went to an arcades bar to take some What We Do in the Shadows themed photos. And I think those are hands down my favorite photos of that photo shoot. We played pretend billiards, some other arcades games, chilled and relaxed a bit, and then headed home with a good session of karaoke in the car. And of course, we also ended up filming a couple of final videos before we were finished.
Okay, I think we did it. I think it's enough.
Finally, it was time to go to bed.
Chaos. Halson, I will miss you.
The next day, we had to leave our cottage super early because Liza had to drop off the Tesla in Montreal.
Bye, house. You served well. Quick little. The house we entered by accident. The house we actually were supposed to go to. Pretty.
When you all get home, okay?
Bye.
Much love. Kathleen, Am, and I still had some time to kill, so we went to Le Hobbit for brunch to perfectly finish off our retreat. Once it opened, of course, so we awkwardly waited on a bench until it did open because it was very early in the morning. And then we walked around the city some more until it was time for our flights.
Of you taking a photo.
And we are back to Toronto. You can slightly see the CN Tower there somewhere. Back home, back to reality. Final thoughts. I got to hang out with some amazing people, stay at a beautiful cottage with a hot tub, and get 3 full photo shoots out of that done by my most favorite, most talented and creative photographer, Liza Roberts. You ready for all those photos? Let's go. Thank you so much for watching, fellow Fantascapists, and a special thank you to my patrons who provide me with financial and emotional support. I would also like to do more of such experiences, and if you have any kind of suggestions, let me know in the comments. Bye bye!